so name
It's Dave Rayfield.
and your profession.
I'm a retired police officer.
Right, and so what made you enter the Royal Marines Iron Challenge?
Well, I've got a bit of time on my hands. It's a lovely location. I've done a few triathlons before, and it goes almost straight past my house. So I thought, as I've retired from Ironman, I've got to try the last one.
You've retired from Ironman, and
Well, I had before
how
this
many
one.
Ironmans have you done?
This will be number 10.
This will be number 10, awesome. So how's your training been going?
It was fine till about 3 weeks ago, and then I pulled my back. So I pulled my back, got a bit sciatica, hobbling along. So just when you're going to be the biggest rides and everything, I've been the smallest.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hopefully it's on the mend now, so I'm trying to swim today, so see how it goes.
And how are you feeling about the big day?
I'm looking excited, but it's going to be a long day.
Yeah. Good stuff. Any go-to music you use in your
I
training?
don't actually use music on training. It's all in my head. Let it wander.
And your favorite training food?
Food, pasta. Pasta and the jelly babies.
Nice one. Thanks very much, Dave.
Okay.
That's brilliant. You've earned yourself a really nice tote bag. So, good morning. Hi. What's your name?
I'm Martin,
And how old are you?
37, just turned.
And your profession?
I medical device sales.
Any links to the Royal Marines?
No, just wish I had. It's a missed calling of mine. I've got a few friends who serve currently.
What? So, what's your experience of triathlons?
Very, very little. I've done a little bit of cycling the last 2 years. Just started a little bit of running. Not very good swimmer, and I did a sprint earlier this year as training for this. So nothing much.
So no Ironmans yet.
Definitely not.
So your first Ironman.
Not even a half.
Awesome, awesome. So what made you enter this particular race?
I heard it advertised. A couple of friends signed up to it, and I initially approached and said I would maybe crew a friend, and then I just started to get the bug, and then I just said screw it, just let's do it. After the year we've had.
And how's your training going?
Yeah, not too bad. I feel better than any other event I've done endurance-wise. I'm just trying to be more relaxed about it because I think that's what messes me up when I swim. So trying to be cool and a little bit relaxed.
You're about to go off on the big bike ride now, aren't you?
Yeah, this will be my biggest cycle ride ever. And then start the taper hopefully. So
Do you have any go-to music when you train?
not when I'm cycling, but when I run, something with a decent beat, like some hard bassline techno, something to keep me moving.
And any particular foods that grab your fancy when you're training? Is your go-to food?
I always drink Tailwind, but something new that I've started which really helps in the running is roasted new potatoes. Just unsalted in a bag.
Sounds great. And can you describe how you're feeling about the Royal Marines Iron Challenge in one word?
Excited.
Nice one. Thank you so much, Martin.
You're welcome.
Yeah, enjoy your ride. Stay safe, mate. I'll see you in
you.
3 weeks' time. It's
Yeah,
T-21 today.
That's
Yeah.
making me nervous.
You're doing 4 loops now, huh?
4, yeah.
Wow. So that's it's going to take about 8 hours then.
Hopefully less.
A
but
bit less than
I'm
that.
allowing 8 hours.
Oh, man. Have fun. Stay safe. Right. Okay. Hello. So, what's your name
John Ryrie,
and your age?
age is 47.
Profession?
Ex-PE teacher, now look after holiday homes in the South Hams.
Any links to the Royal Marines?
No links to the More Marines, but I've had experience of swimming the D-Day Challenge from Blackpool Sands to Torcross, and that was great.
So, what made you enter the Royal Marines Iron Challenge?
I live on the course, and a friend in Kingsbridge suggested that I try it, and I didn't really have a reason to say no.
How's your training been going?
Training's been great. I've really improved a lot. I've dropped 15 kilos, and yeah, I've really started to enjoy being on the bike. The swim I already feel quite confident with, and the run, we'll leave that.
Any go-to foods for training?
Go-to food has become flapjack, with a decent shake afterwards.
Any particular music you like to listen to while you're training?
I don't listen to anything, but I have it going around in my head.
So can you describe your feelings about the Royal Marines Iron Challenge in one word?
Excited.
Nice one. Thank you, John. Hey, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, I'm Tim Stadlers,
And your age?
39.
And your profession?
I sit at a computer all day.
Any links to the Royal Marines?
No, none.
So what made you enter the Royal Marines Iron Challenge?
Fear of missing out as a local guy, seeing my friends tearing around on the bike and not being part of it. Was the
You
main,
live locally?
Main reason.
You live locally?
Yeah, I live in Kingsbridge, and then after that, it was kind of a desire to see how deep I can go.
How's your training been going?
Pretty good, yeah. Can't really complain. It's all gone to plan. I've not done as much as I would have liked, but I've got 2 young kids, so that's part of the course, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, do you have any previous experience of Ironmans?
nothing at all. No, until this time a year ago, I hadn't run a marathon. Since then, I've chalked off quite a few marathons.
Wow.
I did a 100k run a couple of months ago, so I'm hoping that'll get me.
100k run, that's is extraordinary, amazing. So how's the training been going? Are you happy with where you're at?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Touch wood, no injuries
Yeah.
so far. I've really enjoyed kind of learning to swim, really, because I've never swum more than just splashing about, and I love the bike rides. That's where I get most of my joy, and then the run, you just have to grind it out.
So it's going pretty well at T-minus 21 days, 3 weeks today. It's going quite well.
3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks?
3 weeks today.
yeah. I think I'm probably, well, I can't change any of it, so I'm gonna.
Do you have any favorite foods for training or just after training?
I try and stick to plant-based as much as possible, so peanut butter sandwiches, avocado sandwiches.
So you're basically a vegan fundamentally, most of the time or all the time?
Yeah.
Strict vegan?
I have the odd slip up, but I found at a lot of these events it's quite hard to be completely strict.
You'd be surprised that there's quite a few of us vegans in this.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
Nice one.
I'm doing
So,
my
your favorite music for training, if any? Do you listen to music when you're out on the road?
I do a lot of podcasts.
Podcasts.
And if it's not podcasts, then something that's some kind of dance, kind of progressive house.
This is for your turbo or when you're outdoors?
When I'm outdoors.
Yeah.
I found, especially on the longer runs, if you get into a good podcast, it can make the miles go.
That's the time.
But when I'm doing some tempo stuff, then dance music is.
Nice one. And I can't remember if I asked you this. Any particular go-to foods for training?
You did ask me. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Still,
Sorry.
No, when I'm out and about, I'm trying to cut down on the gels.
Of course, you're vegan. Sorry,
good.
I'll cut that. And so, can you describe your feelings about the Royal Marines Iron Challenge in one word?
In one word, excited.
Excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you.
Brilliant. You're going to
Sorry.
smash it. T-minus 21. You're going to have a really good day.
Let's hope so.
Good job. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Matt Cross.
And your age?
I'm 41 years old.
And your profession?
I do marketing and PR for technology companies.
And your experience of triathlons in general?
So I've been doing tries for about the last 4 years, and I guess I've done 7 or 8. And I'm just, into running, swimming, and biking, so it seemed like an obvious choice.
Have you done an Ironman before?
I haven't done a full Ironman, no. I've done a half Ironman. I did the 70.3 in Staffordshire a couple of years ago.
Right. And how's your training going for this one?
It's going good. 2 years of delays, and but it's been going great.
Fantastic. Do you have any particular go-to music when you're training?
You know what? I actually don't listen to any music. All I have in my head is the sound of David Goggins reminding me of just to get on with things.
You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me.
Exactly.
That's right. Any favorite food for during training or after training?
Well, I only eat plants, but my go-to is a peanut butter and banana wrap. Those are my favourites.
Nice one. I'm vegan as well. There's quite a few. The last person I interviewed was also vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a bit harder with a heavy training load to stay vegan. And
Well, I don't know anything else. It's the last 4 years that I've been doing tri, and I've been vegan for 4 years.
good for you. Good for you. You can absolutely smash it. Why did you pick this particular race to enter?
So I think it was really just the challenge of it. I've got a window when I wanted to do a triathlon. I was looking through the different options, and I saw this one and thought, this is a really crazy challenge, so let's do it.
Do you have any links, historic links or family links to the Royal Marines?
I don't actually know.
No. And your training's going okay at the moment?
Yeah, it's going
3
great.
weeks to go. 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, starting to taper down. I've done the full ride, the full swim. I've run ultra marathons and marathons before, so I'm pretty happy about the run. So yeah, it's going
So you're
good.
feeling pretty confident at T-minus 21?
Yeah.
with a healthy tinge of caution and
Exactly,
apprehension.
Having
Good.
Having just driven through the Devon Hills, yes.
It would be crazy to come this blasé. It's a little bit of fear. Will keep you sharp.
Absolutely.
So can you describe how you're feeling about the Royal Marines Iron Challenge in one word?
Expectant.
Nice one. Thank you so much for your answers, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Sorry, mate. Do I look at you or look into the...
You can either look straight at me or look into, because they'll be pretty equivalent.
Okay, cool.
Okay, hi, good morning. So what's your name?
John Williams.
And what's your age?
I am 30 years old.
And currently your profession?
I'm a student. I'm studying ocean science and marine conservation at the University of Plymouth.
Awesome. And any links to the Royal Marines?
Yeah, so I was in the Marines for just shy of 7 years. I left in 2018. Yeah, that's my link.
Is that why you entered the Royal Marines Iron Challenge?
Yeah, I saw Monty's thing on Instagram, on LinkedIn just before Christmas, and I saw that you were doing a birthday, Christmas gift certificate. I thought about getting one for my missus, and then thought actually I've always wanted to do an Ironman. It looks like a good idea. It's for the Royal Marines. It's local. Ticks all the boxes. Now's the time.
Fantastic. So, do you have any particular go-to foods when you're training?
Somebody said about boiled potatoes with salt and butter. Yeah, and so I've got those on the bike, and then just wraps, falafel wraps, hummus wraps.
And your favorite training music, if any?
I don't really listen to music. I thought it's a long time on the day of not listening to music, so I've sort of now trained without music. But if I'm doing like a long turbo session, I usually stick Netflix on or something like that to watch. So not really music, but watch something.
You're quite an experienced triathlete, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
I wouldn't go that far. I did some triathlons before I joined the Corps back in 2010. So I've done standard distance. I did the Navy triathlon in 2015, but other than that, that's it. So I've never done more than standard distance.
So you've never done Ironman before?
No, I've never done an Ironman.
So what made you pick this one? Obviously, your history as a Marine, I guess.
Yeah. So like I said, I think everyone when they do a triathlon at some point thinks, should I do an Ironman? And I've always wanted to do one since the first one I did. And then, like I said, I saw Monty's thing on LinkedIn, saw that I live in Plymouth, so it's only an hour away. It's for the Royal Marines charity, so I was like, come on, it's calling.
It's a no-brainer. Ex-Marine, living locally.
Yeah.
This is your local Ironman. Maybe you're going to do it every year going forward.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Nice one. So, can you describe? How's your training been going?
Yeah, it's been going well actually. I've got a few big runs, a few big bikes in. Trying to train sort of 6 times a week ish. So yeah, feeling good.
You're feeling good about the event?
Feeling fit, yeah.
At T-21, 3 weeks to go today.
Yeah, today, isn't it?
It's exciting. 3 weeks today.
Yeah.
Can you describe your feelings about the Royal Marines Iron Challenge in one word?
Keen.
Keen.
Yeah.
Nice one, John. Thanks very much. Good man. You're going to smash it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hiya, I'm Claire. I am 47 and I am taking part in the Iron to Steel Ironman. And so it's not long now. It's only 3 or 4 weeks, which is quite worrying. I'm actually on my holiday at the moment, so my training's not brilliant at the I'm kind of early tapering, but anyway. So I am a part-time art teacher and I am a part-time personal trainer and experience doing triathlon. So I done a few small triathlons and then kind of really got the bug and did a half Ironman about 4 years ago. It was really hard, really hard. I loved it, but when I got to the finish line I basically cried because I was so happy to have completed it. And I kind of always thought I'd do an Ironman, but I thought, I'll have to wait until the kids have left home and I've got a bit more time on my hands. And then this one came up and it's so local to me and I know the area that I kind of felt I had to do it. It literally goes almost past my house, so I thought there's no way that I can not sign up for it because I just feel so rubbish if everybody who I know was cycling past. And so it was kind of a bit of peer pressure as to why I signed up. That plus the fact, being a personal trainer, I wanted to kind of show my clients that if you work really hard at something, you can achieve it. And I know it's been really hard work for me. Usually I run, but for this I had to do a lot more cycling training, and my swimming wasn't amazing, and I've had to really push myself to get better at swimming. And I think the crew at Iron to Steel have been so supportive and helpful in the way they've run swimming training on the weekends. That's really helped me. Partly we did a 6k swim, and since doing that my confidence has grown so much. So hopefully on the big day that will help me. I see what there were questions I need to answer. Okay, so how am I feeling about the big day? As I said, my training has been good, but then I've gone on holiday to Scotland, which is lovely. I'm currently sitting in Skye, which is gorgeous. And I've managed to sneak out early in the morning for little training runs and a couple of goes on a borrowed mountain bike, but that's been about it recently. So when I get back, I've got 3 weeks, and obviously I'll be tapering, so I'll have 1 week, one last big push in the last week, and then 2 weeks of tapering, and then the big day will be here. I'm really excited, obviously very nervous, and I keep having visions of myself running across the coast path in the pitch black, trying to find my way back, but I'm sure it's all going to be okay. I always think every event is like an adventure. It's a big day out, isn't it, after all? And it's all just a mind game. So as long as I can stay positive and just keep focusing on seeing myself running through that finishing line, I'm sure it will be okay. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm 41. My profession is I'm a salesman in the construction industry. I have no links to the Marines other than stories and documentaries I've previously sort of read, which has inspired me. I've completed a super sprint before, triathlon, a sprint triathlon, and an Olympic one about 4 or 5 years ago, and always kind of wanted to do an Ironman. I've got no experience in doing Ironmans whatsoever. The most I've ever done is probably half an Ironman just in my training leading up to this event in September. I entered this event mainly because of the charity and, you know, what the money went towards, and also because of where it was, you know, its significance to Tour Cross and the history there, and it's obviously a fantastic place to be out swimming, cycling and running. My training has been over the last 4 months. I've basically just tried to do 80% of each of the distances every week, so or more. I've tried to, you know, run a marathon in the week, cycle over 100 miles, and, you know, swim about 80% of the actual swim distance. I've actually started doing brick bike and runs to get my body used to, you know, running after riding, because that was the one thing from doing the other events that I just, you know, struggle with, I think, just the jelly legs. I am feeling confident about doing the event. I am nervous, and I'm also pretty excited about doing it as well. I kind of can't wait for it to come around now. My taper I will do probably 2-3 weeks before, and just reduce what I've been doing by 15-20%, and then the week before I probably won't, you know, do very much at all leading up to that. I have lost as well about 6 or 7 pounds in body fat to kind of help me get ready for the event. Playlists for music, I've got loads of stuff. I usually just put on Amazon Music, but I have been listening to a lot of Ed Sheeran's new song Bad Habits, another song Won't Hold Back by Star One, and also Justin Bieber's Where Are You. There's just loads, just hundreds of songs that I listen to every time I go on my turbo or run or whatever. Foods I've been using are Baby Bells trail mix, flapjacks, bananas, porridge, bagels and peanut butter, probably the ones that I use, I reckon, the most of the time. As far as sort of training videos or things like that, I haven't really read any books to do with triathlons or watched really any documentaries on triathlons, you know, as such, but I have watched documentaries for, you know, inspiration, and some of the things have been, you know, perhaps harder than doing some of the triathlons from my sort of perceived expectations of it. I mean, I don't know, I'm not too sure, but I watched, for example, Head Above Water, which is about Australian swimming team going to the Olympics that have just gone. A Day in Yellow, which is about Bradley Wiggins winning the Tour de France and then competing in the Olympics in cycling. And I've watched quite a lot of climbing documentaries and books, just for sort of inspirational, you know, tough events and challenging events. And the last book I read was Beyond Possible. And if I had to use one word to describe how I feel about doing this Ironman, I would say, taking everything into account, positive. That's it. Thanks very much.